Cowboy fans and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Oh boy, you knew it was going to start when the the franchise tag window started. We were going to see some action happening, but who would have expected this? The rumor mill from ESPN. First, it was reported that Russell Wilson had trade interest from 10 different teams calling about a possible trade. Now, earlier in February, the team had reported that there's no trade happening. It's just not going to happen. There will be no trade. But, still, everybody went out and reported 10 different teams, who could it be, possibly, some names were spewed out there. Like the journalists do, the talking heads got nothing to talk about, so they were just going to, try and figure it out for themselves. And that was that, let the trade talk and the craziness occur. Now, today, it's come out through Russell Wilson's agent, Mark Rogers. He's told ESPN that Russell Wilson has demanded no trade. He has not asked for a trade. So now you're wondering, well, here we go again with these false reports and, stuff being made up just to make headlines, that if he didn't demand a trade and the Seahawks weren't going to trade him, excuse me, then where does this stuff keep coming from? Well, it's obvious because all we've heard is that Russell Wilson is a little upset with the team due to being hit and sacked so many times in his career now. And he's wanted a little more leverage in team personnel decisions. Same stuff Deshaun Watson was talking about in Houston. He's earned it. He's been around. He's won you a Super Bowl, almost got to 2. So he should have a little more say in things. But, that's on management if that's something they want to do with him. That's just some of the stuff he's asking for, help on the offensive line and a little better organization with the higher-ups. It's not, terribly bad demands or anything, but I guess somebody, use that as, he's demanding a trade if he doesn't get what he wants. Now, as you recall, he did put down the ultimatum that if he wasn't signed to an extension, 2019, before the deadline, he was never going to sign a long-term extension with the team. Now, that was about the only instance of him putting a gun to their heads and demanding anything. Since then, yeah, like most quarterbacks, he's a little disgruntled about, the way things are going on the team, and quarterbacks nowadays have a lot of leverage, so you'd want them to be a little more active in what's going on with the team around them, especially if you're a leader of the team. You'd want some personnel decisions like who do you think would do this? Who do you think we're looking at for that? Get them in the loop. It's his team. He's the leader. Why not? But, all this came about. The rumor mill started with these teams that apparently they can call. Any team can call for interest, but it's just not happening. We don't know who the 10 teams were. And according to his agent today, if Russ did demand a trade, did request a trade, because in his contract he has a no trade clause, so that means he'd have to rescind it just to get traded anywhere. He has let his voice be heard and said that the only 4 teams he actually want to be traded to are the Chicago Bears, Las Vegas Raiders, New Orleans Saints, and the Dallas Cowboys. So, in all, let the rumor mills begin again, and all the Dak haters start their whole thing again with, you got to go get Russ, give up 3 number 1s for him, come on, they can have Dak and 2 number 1s, you can do it, yeah. No. If you check out Mike Fisher's latest videos about the whole situation, you'd understand how ridiculous it would sound, because there's a lot of factors that have to go into something like that that would actually make it happen. I mean, the trading with the picks and everything is one thing. You got to get the players to actually sign off on doing this kind of a trade, 2. The money involved, 3. So it's not going to happen, but it's cannon fodder for the news outlets and social media talking heads and everybody to have something to do, because there was nothing to talk about until Tiger Woods. Now the Tiger Woods story is starting to die down. People needed something else to jump onto, and here we go. So we have something to talk about for a while. But I don't know. The off-season stuff is just starting to get ridiculous. I said this on Twitter to Omar N. Check him out on Twitter. That, you know, a lot of stuff going on is making it seem like quarterbacks are trying to be like NBA players, where they have all the leverage, where they can do their demands, where they have trade opt-outs clauses on their contracts and more guaranteed money and all that. And I'm sure NFL owners are like, hell to the no. There's no way they're going to give up that kind of control to NFL players like the NBA players do. Not going to happen. But it seems like that's kind of where it's going, where the players are getting more options in how they want to do things, and the NFL owners are just going to put the kibosh on that. But I just wanted to put that out there that, you know, people are going to start using this, and we're going to hear a lot of people on people's comments and videos talking about, let's do it, let's give up the farm for the guy. You know, how is that going to make the team better? You are literally leaving a team that's been to the playoffs 8 of the past 8 seasons. That's 100%. You've been to the playoffs. And you're going to a, what? Oh, as we say, a 6-win team that didn't have Dak to begin with for most of the season. But all those losses are on Dak, though, you know. I mean, no. The best I'm thinking is that this kind of thing, putting Dallas's name out there, is the same thing that other players have been doing over the years. They use Dallas as the bargaining chip because they know we're cheap as hell. We're not going to trade for you, and we're not going to get you on free agency. So just throwing our name out there is just, it's filler. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. Just because you use the Cowboys name as possible destination doesn't mean anything. And you're usually going to end up somewhere that's not Dallas. 99% of the time that happens. It's the players that never mention Dallas that seem to come to Dallas. You know? And people get their ways usually. They use the Dallas name to get more money, or, you know, go to the destination they really want. Dallas is not a destination for winning Super Bowls. Let's just go ahead and say that right now. It's a destination to get your brand out. It's a destination to get your name out, endorsements, stuff like that. But this is no place to win. Let's just go ahead and say it. Dallas is just a place for losers right now. Until they can get an ownership group or less ownership decision making, and just let the coaches do their job, this team is just never going to make it. And, I mean, the first thing they got to do is get out of their own asses and sign their quarterback. So, you know, until that happens, anybody who says they want to be in Dallas is just something for the trolls on the internet to go have at, because it's not going to happen. But that's all I wanted to talk about, because you knew sooner or later there's going to be a bunch of videos up about it. There's going to be comments and everything talking about this. So, you know, you might as well go ahead and get out in front of the storm, as they say. Oh, lovely day. All right, y'all take care. Be a Dallas Cowboy fan.